Alcoholics of Reddit, how/when did you recognize you had a problem? When the people I thought had a drinking problem told me how much they drank and I drank way more than they did. Wow, talk about wake-up calls. If you are comfortable sharing, how did that feel in the moment, or was it a gradual discovery? To be fair, a lot of people with drinking problems lie about how much they actually drink. I used to downplay things all the time. When I started crying on my kitchen floor because I was too broke to afford any alcohol and I thought I was going to die. And my friends had an intervention with me. But it was more the shock of how upset I was when I couldn't get a drink. It was when it hit me how dependent I had become. Haven't touched a drop in a month now, which is the longest I've gone in about 10 years. Smile. Week done you. Hope you managed to continue on your road to recovery. I am so proud of you. I have 6 days right now. A few weeks ago I was crying outside the liquor store in my car on Sunday morning because they didn't open until 10 a.m. I knew I had a problem before then. I had been sober for 14 months previously, but that was a new sense of, I don't know. Best of luck to you going forward. You got this. Lying in a bath with the shower going after throwing up, again and again, looking my 2-year-old in the face and saying daddy is sick, we'll play TMW, and realizing once again that I did it all to myself. Ouch. I've made it before to that point where you wonder, why did I do this to myself? I have to do something about this, only to go back to drinking the moment I feel physically better. Shit's hard, man. That sounded like it took a lot of courage to admit to. Thank you for sharing. I hope you're doing better now. When I realized that I was waiting for my workday to finish every day just so I could get home and drink, I was also very destructive to my life and the lives of those around me. I have been totally sober for coming up on 3 years. I quit without any programs or outside assistance. I just decided to do it. Congratulations on your sobriety. Did you find it hard? I'm 2 years. My problem was I own my own business and starting at 11 a.m. wasn't a problem. I miss the hell out of it, beer, but I wish I quit years ago. Life truly is better without it. I drink the Heineken NA in the afternoon and it helps. It's over time. It's when other people look at you strange and you realize you're the only one drinking to get drunk, or that I brought alcohol to a moment that didn't need alcohol and I saw that other people weren't cool with it. Work/school, BC, for me every situation needed to have alcohol. I realized my life revolved around it and other people's didn't. Then the other eye-opener was when I tried to go a day without drinking, and it was the hardest thing I'd done in a long time, and almost couldn't. Realizing I really couldn't go a day was a wake-up call. It took another 2 years after that, but now I have a healthy relationship with alcohol. I hear a lot of myself in your reply. Hope you are doing well. Hi. Any advice for someone who just did one night of not being drunk, Tuesday, then failed and snuck a Mickey of vodka in with my groceries last night and drank it all? I grabbed another today and have tremendous guilt, but no, I'll drink it too. I had the wake-up call around Christmas, but I'm really struggling with a strategy to do this. For me it was I went into the bar I went to every day and ordered a shot and a beer to join my friends at video game we played every day, Golden Tea. When I picked it up to bring it to our table, my shakes were so violent I spilled half of it on the bar. But from what others have posted, I've been through. The biggest ones that are in my eyes the truest are, showing up to events bringing booze when it's really a place where booze won't be involved. Not going to places if they don't have booze, or going to like a pumpkin patch or street fair and the first mission is to find the booze stand, or bring your own like I did. Bringing enough to booze to kill a horse for a casual hangout. Friend and I used to watch football together, like have a few beers and watch the game. I'd bring a 12-pack and a fifth of liquor and most of the time drink it all during the game. Only person drinking to get hammered. Few cocktail casuals? Nah, I'm pounding it to get a buzz as quickly as possible. Drinking in the morning to get rid of the hangover. I used to pull vodka before work. Yep. Drinking to get drunk person here. Thankfully I've cut way back because of my BF. I realized I was embarrassing/annoying him. So on the occasions I do drink, it's at home. But the last time I drank, while I drank a lot, I did it very slowly. So I wasn't really drunk. Can you give an example of bringing booze to a place it wouldn't normally be involved? When I was filling up an empty bottle of vodka with water so my family wouldn't notice how quickly I finished it. I avoid hard liquor now. I kept a half-consumed bottle out where they could see it. Then kept a bottle hidden somewhere that I drank from. I did worse. I would replace their vodka with some water so I wouldn't get caught stealing some of theirs. It took me 10 years to finally say out loud I'm an alcoholic. Got help last year and went from a half-gallon of hard liquor every other day for 10 years to having some beers on the weekends. I remember the first time I realized I really didn't have any control over it. I knew for ages that I drank a lot. I even incorporated that into my identity, party guy Devraj. This was different though. I was at uni, and I was in a student flat in the middle of campus by myself, having been ejected from halls of residence after knifing a guy while blackout drunk. Yeah, that wasn't the moment, weirdly. The moment was on the morning of an exam. An important one. I was terribly hungover, so to sort myself out for the exam I thought I'd have a beer to stave off the hangover and calm my nerves a bit. I remember looking out my window and watching my classmates go into the exam while I drank beer number 4, and I just could not fathom why I was not there with them. I had every intention of being in that exam, but as soon as I started drinking, I just couldn't stop. And that is a pretty good textbook example of what makes alcoholism so dangerous. Somehow, you will convince yourself that this time, you will control it. Despite all evidence in the past, this time it'll be okay to just have one. Once you pop, you just can't stop. It's not about how much you drink, it's about what happens when you do. Happy to say I've been clean and sober since 2nd of November 2006, have a great job, wife and little girl, and I wouldn't trade my worst sober days for my best drinking ones. Congratulations, man. I think that's something people overlook a lot. I don't have to start drinking. I don't have much of a problem saying no. But once I start drinking, I'm not stopping. I got into a verbal argument with my best friend and I said things I'd never say to anyone. I didn't even believe in the things I was saying. I'd seen an alcoholic in my family do similar before, so I knew where it was headed if I kept drinking, so I quit then and there when I realized the things I said went too far. My experience as well. Lost my best friend of 10 years. Feels bad. I only have myself to blame. Similar here, I realized I had a problem when I would argue with my mother after she emptied the house. That problem sunk in when I punched her in the mouth after emptying a bottle. I'm 9 years sober, and 28 years old. I was drinking since 13, and really formed a dependency at 16-17. After this incident I booked myself into rehab. I've not relapsed. I have a photo of my mum bruised up because of that punch. I look at it when I feel weak. Haven't felt weak in quite a few years now though. The photo is still hidden in my bedroom though, just in case. When I finished a 1-liter bottle of whiskey in one sitting and asked for another. Drank a lot during the last few months but went cold turkey on the 1st of December. Been hitting the gym instead and I feel great. Lost over 8 kilograms. From wild turkey to cold turkey, GJ. Cold turkey from alcohol is extremely dangerous. I'm glad you are okay, but for others, alcohol withdrawal can cause hallucinations, lack of sleep, seizures and death. Always taper off. I realized pretty early on that I had a problem with alcohol. Basically as soon as I realized I'm virtually incapable of stopping after a certain point, I knew I'd never truly have a healthy relationship with alcohol. For me it's somewhere around 5 to 6 drinks. Once I get to that point, I'll drink until either me or the bottle is gone, regardless of my previous intentions, or how determined I am to stop. On top of that, I don't actually enjoy having one drink. Subconsciously, I think, I never really viewed alcoholic beverages as beverages in so much as I view them as a drug. Which is weird, because I actually really enjoy the taste of many types of alcoholic beverages. But I always feel let down having just one beer, or one glass of wine, for some reason, even if that's my intention and I only buy one beer, for example. I just end up feeling somewhat groggy, which is obviously not what I enjoy about the effects of alcohol. I still drink occasionally, but I never buy alcohol or drink alone. This is so real. I was like this for a solid 4 years, and even before it got really bad I had trouble stopping after a few drinks years before that. I don't drink at all anymore. I knew it was an issue really early on too, but was endlessly able to tell myself it was something I'd fix down the road. I was still able to wake up the next day and be successful. Then it really slipped out of control. Drinking at home or alone was a big issue for me too. That social pressure in public usually meant I would have a few, but then I'd go back home for the night to have a bunch more. I've been sober for 3 years or so now. I'm not entirely sure of the date, to be honest, just the year and season I stopped drinking. I didn't want to get too entrenched in the particular date I quit because that feels like a lot of pressure. I think you are the person I was wanting to comment on this. I get to about 5 drinks and that is me. I am getting drunk tonight. 4 drinks I can finish up and head to bed. Any more than that I can't say no and end up passed out somewhere. Can I ask what you did to change your habit? Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.